Thank you for joining Stamp It Up with Kathy Goodman. We are making a pizza box that we're going to put 4 miniature cards inside with the Zany Zebras stamp set from Stampin' Up. So let's get started. We are going to start, let's start with this card right here. We are going to stamp the zebra. We'll pull in our supplies. We're using basic black cardstock. We're using designer series paper from the Heartwarming Hugs suite from Christmas, and also some of it is from the Pampered Pets suite. So let's bring in, I need to get my ink. Just one moment. Okay, I'm back with my Memento ink. Sorry about that. Thought I had everything and I forgot this. Okay, so we're going to take our stitched square and we are going to tap gently our zebra into the black ink. You don't want to press too hard. It's not necessary to squish it inside. You can turn it over and make sure it's inked well. And then we're going to stamp it right in the middle. Press down firmly, and then we'll lift it up. We got an excellent image. And on the inside of this card, we're going to stamp Happy Birthday. So let's go ahead and do that while we have our Memento black ink out. Here we go. Here's our Happy Birthday. Get it the right direction here. And tap it gently in our ink. And we're going to stamp it towards the upper portion of the inside of our card. And we'll add, just for fun, we'll add a little birthday hat just to make it kind of festive. Put that right there. And then I'm going to take a real red Stampin' Write marker and I am going to color the little dots on the hat red. There we go. Okay, now our inside of our card is done. We're going to set our black ink aside for right now, and we'll start assembling our card. To start with, we're going to glue the stitched zebra onto the basic black. And just checked my glue and it was working, but it's being obstinate. Okay, now we got it coming out. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit of liquid glue around the edges, and then we'll glue this right on top of our black square. You want to center it as best you can. And then we're going to add some red ribbon, and this is from the Pampered Pet suite. And we're going to tie a little bow. So we'll put this around here, loop it through. There we go. And tie our bow. Trying to make sure we don't twist it so it's twisted on the front. Okay, there we go. Got an awesome bow. We'll just fix the ends real quick. And there. Okay, bring in our scissors and trim off the edges. You want to cut them at an angle. It makes it look more finished. Okay, now we're going to use Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of this. So we're going to put one in each corner. That should be plenty. And then we're going to bring in our card base, and we're going to glue our red from the Heartwarming Hug Suite. We're going to, I'm having a hard time with my glue. Let's try to, must have some dried right in the tip that's not coming out. Okay. There we go. We've got our glue all the way around the edges, and we want to make sure our stripes are going vertical, not horizontal. And I'm going to pull the paper backing off of my dimensionals using my Take Your Pick tool. Just pop those right off. There we go. Last one. Now we'll flip this over, put that right on the front of our card. Just making sure we have it centered. Awesome. Okay, then we're going to put the inside layer inside our card. Just add a little bit of liquid glue on all the edges. And then we'll put it right here. There we go. And gently push down all the way around. Make sure you got that centered. Very cute. So here's the first one and our second one, and the happy birthday on the inside. So that one is done. Let's do a red one next. We've got 2 red card bases and 2 black card bases, just to add interest. Okay, so let's do like we did before. Let's start with stamping our images. Our little bow tie, we'll set that aside. And this time we're going to use this zebra, so we'll bring back in our ink pad. I'll set it right here. And we're going to tap gently our zebra in the ink, and then we'll stamp it right on our stitched circle, and then we're going to attach it to our scalloped black circle. Okay, looks like we got a good image on that. And then on the inside we're going to stamp Wild About You. So let's get that, and we'll put that right there. And I'm going to add some stars around the Wild About You, just for fun. There we go. And if you wanted to, you could take your Daffodil Delight either Stampin' Write marker or your colored pencils and colored that in. Okay, let's go ahead and glue the front. You can see the Pampered Pets on the back of this striped paper. We're going to put that on the, center it on the front of our card. There we go. Looks like we did a pretty good job. If it hangs off a little bit, you can just take your scissors and trim that designer series paper so it doesn't show. There we go. Now we're going to glue our zebra onto our stitch circle. Our scallop circle. There we go, we've got that. We'll add his bow tie. Just put a dot of glue in the middle and put that right there. That kind of gives him a little more interest. And we're going to put dimensionals again on the back of this. We'll put a couple. Let's do 4 just for the fun of it. Okay, I'm going to use my take your pick tool to pull these backs off. Well, sometimes it works faster than others. There we go, we got them all. Now we'll center this in the front of our card, just like that. And then we'll glue the Wild About You on the inside. Got that right here. And we're almost done with card number 2. There we go. Let's straighten it just a tad here. It's a little bit crooked. That's one nice thing about using liquid glue is you have a minute to reposition it if you don't get it exactly like you would like. So here's our second card. And the inside says Wild About You. So card number 2 is done. Let's go for our heart card. This is some hearts, and we're going to put that one on the front, and then we'll start with stamping our zebra. And let's see, we're going to use this zebra right here. So this is the one we're doing, and we're just going to, it's not going to totally fit on our paper. He'll go off a little bit, but that's all right. So we'll kind of arrange him on our heart, push down firmly. There we go. There's our little zebra. And we're going to stamp the inside with Kick Up Your Heels. So we'll do that right here. And there we go. Got it down, push down firmly. Looks good. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll take and we'll glue our heart. And this was punched out with our heart punch in the annual catalog. And it comes with 2, one that cuts out the scalloped edge and one that cuts out just the straight edge. And we're going to glue this heart down on the front of our card base. So just want to make sure you don't get too much glue to where it oozes out. Even though it dries clear, sometimes it can cause a little situation that you don't like. Okay, so we're going to put 3 dimensionals on this one. And we'll pull our paper backing off. 1, 2, 3. Got that. One thing nice about using the Take Your Pick tool is it keeps the paper backings from your dimensionals all together and gets them in the trash, because those tend to stick to other surfaces or get on the floor, so kind of corrals them a little better. Here's the inside, Kick Up Your Heels. We're getting that in there pretty straight, it looks like. Okay, so here we go. This is our third card, Kick Up Your Heels. On the inside, looks pretty cute. Okay, now our fourth card is going to be It's Time to Celebrate. This one I've already stamped the hat and cut it out just to save time, but I will stamp the hat for you so you see exactly what I did. I stamped it on a scrap piece of paper, just press down firmly, and there you go. So then I just cut it out with paper snips. Okay, let's get our zebra. We're going to use the same one we just used on our other card, on our heart card, but we're going to do that on this stitched shape. And this is from the Hippo Happiness bundle. There we go. Got our zebra on there. And then we have a little scrap piece of paper that we're going to stamp "It's Time to Celebrate," and then we're going to use our paper snips to trim that to size. There we go. And then on the inside, let's put "You Party Animal." Okay, so we'll put this right here. So let's see, stamp down firmly and release. And we can add another party hat on the inside. There we go. We'll color the little, oops, I used the wrong end. Let's color the little polka dots on the party hat red. We'll do it on the one for the front as well. I should have waited till I attached it. It would have been easier. Okay, so now we're going to take and trim this. I trimmed it at an angle like that. And then I'm just going to go straight across the top. And there we've got our words for the front. And glue that on as well. Just add a little bit of glue. We're going to put it right here. Okay, so now we can take and glue our Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper to our black mat. And we're going to put that, and it just barely shows, just a little tiny bit of black. So just gives it just a little bit of a mat, kind of a 1/16 of an inch almost. Okay, so now we're gonna, whoops, I wasn't supposed to glue that yet. I was supposed to put let's put this across it so we can tie our bow. So we're going to put that right across there. We still have our opening in the right place, so that's good. Okay, and then we're going to tie, this is our Playful Pets trim. It's the same package. Came with the red ribbon that we used earlier, and this is black and white baker's twine. So we're going to tie a little bow over here. There, make it just a little bit smaller. Trim off our ends. There we go. And then we are going to glue our, no, we're not going to glue the zebra's hat on. We're going to wait and use a mini dimensional to add that. So let's put dimensionals on the back of this one. You want to make sure that you don't put them, you want to put them on each end, because you don't want to put a dimensional that's going to get caught over the baker's twine and it'll stand up funny. Okay, so we've got 4 dimensionals. So we're taking the backing off of them. we're going to slide that right under the bow that we just tied. And once we have it where we want it, we can tap it down. And then we're going to get a mini dimensional, and here's our miniature dimensionals. We're going to add one of those to the back of our party hat. Okay, so let's see. So, whoops, it's still a little bit too big. Let's cut a little bit off of it. That way we can have a smaller, so we don't have to worry about it showing. Okay, so I've put it in the middle of the hat, and I took my little paper backing off so it will stick to the front. And then we're going to put it right here on his head. So very cute. Next, our last step is to put this on the inside. So we'll get this all glued down. And the next, we're going to design our pizza box to place all of our cute little cards in them. And you can either keep them, store them in them for yourself, or you can give them as a gift. Okay, so here's our card we just made. I'll straighten the bow a little bit. There we go. And here's my sample. And here's the inside, you party animal. I think it turned out very cute. Okay, let's bring in our pizza box, and we'll get that all organized. Okay, so this is our pizza box. It is a food safe box, so you just bend it on all of the scored lines, and then you tuck this part in, and it will go through and hold, so you can see it on the back side that it went in. We're going to tuck these two in, and the lid will go over the top just like that. And then we've got our pizza box. So let's start with stamping our zebra, and we're going to stamp another "It's Time to Celebrate." So let's get our black ink back out, and let's do "It's Time to Celebrate." We'll do that right here. There we go. And then our zebra, we're going to stamp him on. This is another shape from the Hippo Happiness Suite. So there we go. And it has little stitching around the outside. It's really super cute. Okay, so now we can set this aside for a moment so it can dry while we're gluing our paper together for our box. Let's pull that dimensional off. I had a piece of one on there. Okay, so we're gonna do "It's Time to Celebrate." We're just gonna trim that. And we're gonna make an angle on this side as well. Okay, so we've got that trimmed. It's all ready to go on our box. What you want to do, this is our little bow tie. We can glue that on him later. This is our red squiggly line we're going to put at the bottom of our box. Okay, let's start by gluing our Playful Pets Designer Series paper, the stripe side, to our black mat. And we just want to center that as best you can. Then you're going to take and glue this to the top section of your box. So let's pull our box in. This is our top section right here. This is our box lid, so it goes right there in the center. And then we're going to glue all the side pieces because we want it to have designs all the way around. So we're going to put liquid glue on our designer series paper, and we'll put that right here. There we go. That one is done. Let's do the next one and then we'll glue them all on the box together. There's the next one. There we go. 2 more. And then we'll be done with this part. We can put them on our box. There's the next one. Okay, 1 more. One more to go. Then we can put our cute box together and put our cards that we just made on the inside. Here we go. Okay, now we're going to put liquid glue on the back of these and we'll glue them on our box. I'll start with the front right here. Got that one on, so let's put glue on the next one. And that one will go on this side. And then the next one will go right here. There we go. And this will be the last one. Then we'll have all of our box decorated with our designer series paper. Now we'll just have to put our decoration on the lid. Okay, got it all. You want to make sure that it's not, this one looks like it's sticking out a little ways from the box. You want to make sure that all your edges are glued down so they're not going to stick out and get pulled away. Okay, this little part right here shows that this is the front of our pizza box, so you want to make sure you have it the right direction when you put your decoration on the front. Okay, so we're going to start with gluing our bow tie to our zebra, and we'll add the time to celebrate after we put it on. Let's use Stampin' Dimensionals. We're going to put 1 in each corner. And we'll use our take your pick tool to remove the paper backing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. We got this right here. It's really easy to line up it, because you just get between those 2 little dills and it's perfectly aligned. And then we're going to add our scalloped paper to the bottom. Almost looks like Rick Rack from way back. Okay, there's our squiggly line, and we're going to add our It's Time to Celebrate. And we're just putting a little bit of liquid glue on that side. And then on the edge that's hanging over a little bit, if you put a little miniature dimensional right under there, it'll help hold it in place and it won't sink in right there. Okay, we got it all made. Here's our original box. Now what we can do is put all of our cards that we just made on the inside. There we go. There we go. We have all 4 of the cards. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And we also have envelopes. 1, 2, 3, 4 envelopes to put on the inside. That way they'll all fit inside there. Very nice and neat. And you just close the lid and you can either give it as a gift or keep it for yourself. And then when you need a little gift card to put on with a little gift you're giving someone for their birthday, or just to encourage them, you can do that. Thank you very much for watching Stamp It Up with Kathy. If you have any questions, you can email me at klgoodman007@gmail.com. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye now.